What's poppin', y'all? Looks like the AI arguments aren't going anywhere because a new expose has been levied at none other than Phoenix Flex and Rubbers, which I said was the most important song that we've gotten this year. When this song came out, way before it had charted, but now it's been charting. So a little bit of a full pretext, we need that because there's a new video that came out, but a bunch of people are hopping on the new video. So initially, everyone was like, yo, this sounds like AI, and he was getting asked about it. The premiere for this song was on the radar, and that's really important because that's a visual audio platform. You're not just hearing the song. So he had done an interview with Billboard, and this was in June 11th. So this was 2 months ago. And then he talks about it and says the following. He denied the AI allegations and said, "No, sir, recorded same as all music I do. Only difference is auto-tune reverb and me using my fake UK accent, LOL." So keep in mind, he says he recorded the same as all the music he did. That doesn't mean that he didn't use AI whatsoever, right? Like he could have used it for inspiration. He could have used it as a reference track. Who knows? But he's saying that he didn't like run his voice through it and then have it AI'd. He recorded it. Okay, very important. Then we get an expose that would come out from some user. Keep in mind, this user created his own application that detects AI. That's what this guy's doing. And he would make this video.
Guys, I was completely wrong. Phoenix Rubbers is fully 100% AI generated, and I have proof. This is a great lesson on how AI music detection models work, how they suck, and how we can improve them. Because my models a week ago said this song was fully human, and that was wrong. And then I used my hybrid detection model to see, wait, actually the voice is partially AI. And that was also wrong because it's fully generated AI, and I have proof. So there's two hypothetical situations when I saw the AI detection say that it was human. It was either one, the AI model that they used was completely out of our distribution, which means from the training data that I have of the AI models, it was outside of that. And the second thing that it could have been was that it was only partially AI, so I should look at the voice as well. Because what ends up happening with these fully generative detection models is that they're looking at the full song, and most of a song is actually the instrumental, not the voice. So if most of the song is human, then it would say it was human. So in my eyes, I was like, wait a second, this is probably just a human song. But we then got some information about this model, and I started testing with this model. I'm not going to give you the name of it because I think this is the most unethical model out of all of them. I was able to generate some pretty crazy copywritten things, and I just don't want to share this website with anyone. But check out what I was able to create on that. Does that sound familiar to you? That is literally because I put in Phoenix Flexin as one of the tags while I generated the song. I put 1990s and I put some other stuff, British rock. And it generated literally the same exact flow and voice as the Phoenix Flexin songs. So then what I did was I took 1,000 of the songs from this website and I trained my model to detect and learn from these 1,000. And then I checked the Phoenix Flexin song again. It's fully generated. So my scenario one was the reason why this all happened. It was out of distribution, and now this model and any songs in the future that come from this model are going to be detected. Phoenix Flexin, you're really weird for like lying about that stuff, or just tell people that it's AI. And I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes of fame.
I thought this was just a nonsense. This was inconclusive. The producer would also talk about how this wasn't AI.
It's on a beat, and I produce a song.
Mm-hmm. So you're the one who mastered the vocals and produced the audio?
Pretty much just engineered it, pitch correction, you know, just like all this industry you do, you know, when you have somebody singing.
Which pitch correction plugin did you use?
I use a combo. I don't want to really give the sauce, to be honest.
Can you give them 50% of the sauce?
There is definitely like Melodyne and some Vocaline.
Yeah.
That I'm not like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we go from there.
So the bass vocals is just his voice.
Yeah.
Mm. And then you basically use pitch correction software to just make the notes work perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, he was hitting the notes, but if you know how auto-tune works, it's just like, if you're off, it makes it sound super robotic. So if you use Melodyne, it's like less robotic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the conversation because Like I said,
Technically, it is AI. I feel like it is because technically, isn't yeah, auto-tune is technically AI because it's fixing pitch.
yeah.
I don't know if you can. It's kind of like a tool. You're not really hitting those notes. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. So I kind of like looked at it and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like they just assume like it is because it's so far off course. So I'm just like, all right, like I'm not even saying it. Like I'm not arguing with anybody.
As far as the song being AI.
Yeah, no, in general, just like how it's just being approached, how we can completely different.
Because for a while, you know, auto-tune wasn't welcomed in rap. Like if you remember like Jay-Z, Death to Auto-Tune, when like T-Pain and Wayne were doing their thing, and then Kanye drops 808s and Heartbreak, and from that point on, it became like normalized. And now I love the sound of auto-tune.
I don't have a problem with AI. I think it's cool. You should use AI to help your songs, not like use it to be like, oh, I made this song. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like to correct errors.
I think that's cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I like playing keyboards and though, so I try to like never ever really use it.
So all of this happens. Now, this resurfaces once again by an individual by the name of Medicine.
By Phoenix Flexin is entirely AI generated, and him and Perp are lying about it.
Swiping cards and stacking chips.
There's no AI on this.
No AI on it.
You freestyle rubbers?
Yeah.
What?
They did not use Suno. They did not use Udio. They used something called Treblo, formerly known as Sonato, which is a new free online music model. And he actually exposed this on accident himself before Rubbers even came out. He posted a snippet of a song where he forgot to remove the Sonato text from the file name. It's also really strange that Treblo used to be called Sonato and they rebranded to Treblo 2 days before Rubbers was released. And 2 days before that, he was getting accused of using Sonato for a different unreleased song.
Yellow neck, reaching over the garden wall.
It makes me wonder if they're closely tied to this company somehow or trying to cover their tracks ahead of time. But for now, I'll show you how I know they used Treblo. All right, so the way this works is first you add tags. Then there's a lyric box where you just tell it what you want the lyrics to be about. So I'll show you what it sounds like.
Diamond watches ticking on my empty wrists. I guess money was.
Yeah, so as you can see, it sounds just like the vocal on Rubbers, but that's not even the juicy part. We're going to get there next. So after messing around with this model for maybe 30 minutes with this very vague lyric prompt, I started to notice that it very consistently spits out exact specific bars from Rubbers, way too many, way too often for it to possibly be a coincidence. Very important context real quick. You might be wondering, is Rubbers feeding back into this model and causing it to spit out these bars and sound like Rubbers? And the answer is no, I know it's not, because I replaced Phoenix with Eminem using the exact same prompt and it still spits out all of these exact bars. So the lyric generation component of this model is completely separated from the artist tags. The artist tags do not influence the lyrics whatsoever, and I will show you proof of that.
Diamond chains, hanging heavy now about a heavy diamond chain. I see your face in the champagne bubbles. Still see your face in the glass. Pockets thick with plastic. My pockets getting thicker. Plastic smiles for the camera lens. Stacking bills just to lose my friends. Plastic smiles on Sunset Boulevard.
Plastic smiles. You know, with you, baby. All right, Bob. It's time to wrap it up here. Rubber band snap.
Rubber band snapping while I just let the rubber band snap.
Some kind of money on a table, it says a lot.
Bands on the table. Band rolls on the table.
In the rain comes up often.
You stay stuck in the rain while I let me stand in the pouring rain.
Cannot sleep at night.
Top floor living, but I cannot sleep at night. But I can't sleep through the night.
Him and Perp are lying to your face about it. They fully generated this song. You guys are generating and releasing and profiting off of copywritten material. Even if that doesn't end in legal repercussions, like I think the whole creative community of actual chefs who are actually cooking and being creative are not gonna with you ever again. So, and I find it weird that Timbaland is encouraging him to continue lying about it.
Don't answer no questions. Let them talk.
Using AI to make a whole song is ridiculous. That's like crazy.
So this guy is saying, oh man, you know, like we've got this new software now, this Treblo thing, which was formerly known as Sonato. And I will say that this theory expose has a lot more going for it and a lot more legs than the last one. I'm inclined to think like, okay, I'm not willing to be conclusive about it, and nor do I care, but we're going to get into me caring about it in a second. But the same individual that made the original video is somehow involved in this one as well. And by original, I mean the one from 2 months ago. He would say, for the past few months, Medicine and I have been investigating Phoenix Flexen's rubbers. When I uncovered it was from Treblo last month, I used technical explanations, but Medicine kept telling me the video hasn't been made yet. Until now. He went 1 million in under 12 hours. So this guy was working with him. And I will say that this is different because this this Raz guy, the initial guy, he has an incentive to promote his own detection software. So he has an incentive here, but this Medicine guy, as far as I know, he is just saying that, oh, this was the software used, and the Sonato thing on the title is a little bit fishy. So here I will say, okay, understandable that you guys make that assessment. However, where it gets sus is when this Medicine guy comes back and now is saying that, well, actually, it wasn't just that one Phoenix Flexen song. It's this entire Tyga album that's coming out right now.
Hey, just want to let you guys know, Tyga's new Starface 80s music, he is generating it fully with Treblo as well. Yeah, I mean, we saw him link up with Phoenix. Now you put him on the Treblo.
She want money and affection.
If you're ever curious if a song is AI, you can just go use my friend Rosh's AI detection model on Instagram, and it is trained on Treblo outputs. It's trained on Suno, it's trained on Udio. It can tell you if something's AI and where it came from. Interestingly, Empire is also releasing Tyga's music for some reason. So yeah, I don't know, dude. It smells weird. I think that Empire might be involved with Treblo itself somehow. But I don't think that what these people realize is AI music detection is already here, and it's very effective, and it's about to be used to detect and publicly label what is and isn't AI on streaming platforms. So we're all going to have the clarity and the transparency we need. They're not going to be able to lie about it much longer. Yeah, I don't think they realize what's coming and like the damage they might be doing to their credibility. But have a nice day.
So this is where I'm starting to think that this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And this is where he's losing a lot of people because they're saying, okay, so it sounds like you're promoting this software now, because this would be a means to promote the software. Now, do I think it's good if it gets exposed that the software is throwing artists under the bus in order to promote their AI? I don't think that would come out too hot, but you got to think there's already huge players in this game like Suno and Udio. Those are the big two. So if you're a third player and you're trying to come into the game, you're going to want to do damn near all that you can to get some promotion and get people using you, because the people that are using this are going to be people that don't have any qualms about using AI. And a lot of people just want to have fun with this. And I do think that there's a lot of copyright avoidance that can be had for creative like video makers and filmmakers using AI music, because getting a license is damn near impossible. Most people can't get samples cleared. But with the Tyga album, it's like you have a library now where it can go back in history. It's almost like Who Sampled. Like Who Sampled is this website where, I don't know when it came out, it was a long time ago, where you could check where the samples came from for certain songs. So now, if you pull up things from the AI that's been trained on damn near all the music out there, yeah, you're gonna find similarities to different eras. And then to just conclusively throw it out like, oh, this is AI, I think that's harmful right now. However, I would tweet out 2 rappers with AI allegations, both on the Hot 100 right now. Now, first, I'm going to talk about Phoenix Flex, and we're going to get into the second guy. So I said Phoenix Flex and Rubbers is at its peak right now at number 58, and he just keeps getting these AI accusations that are all proof. None of it is conclusive, like I said, but even if we're to assume that Phoenix Flexen used AI, all of the people that are like, yeah, human art, this and that, you need to realize you are fighting a game that you will never win. Like I said, these snobs and geeks that pretend they have such amazing taste, you're not going to stop the success of it. Like, you think that exposing this, oh, people are going to find out and they're going to be like, man, we're not messing with that AI artist. We're going to boycott him and he's not going to have the biggest hit of his career, which is exactly what's going on for Phoenix Flexen right now. That's not happening. We learned that with Drake. We learned that with Rick Ross. We learned that with Drake. 50 Cent thought, okay, I've got a tactical nuke right here. This guy's going to be exposed as a former correctional officer, a police guy, and he's playing as Rick Ross, which is the name of another drug dealer. He drops it. What happens? The guy drops some bangers. He survived. Career survived. He had massive success afterwards. And then with Drake, one of the most lyrically respected rappers at the time, and even before that, throughout his career, he gets exposed for having a ghostwriter. Meek Mill thought, oh, this is going to end him. Well, what happens? He comes back with some hits, and it doesn't end him. So the point is, if the product is there, people don't care. They will not care. They're not going to be on some integrity high horse like you got. And like I said, the people that feel a way about this mostly are unsuccessful aspiring maybe music artists or music artists or just people that are just snobs. And we're all snobby about something, right? But I just don't think it's going to work. That's what I'm saying. It's futile. However, right now, throwing these accusations, it's bad for the brand. You do not want to be, yo, I'm the AI guy. Not right now. Like back then, like for example, with Drake, you didn't want to be the, I use reference tracks guy until about 2019, 18, 19. And then it was like, nobody cared anymore. But that 3-year period between when Drake got exposed and 2018, 2019, reference track, you did not want to get exposed for that. After that, people stopped caring and they were just like, the music's hitting. So we're in that phase right now of AI where if you're using it, even if you're not using it, you do not want to be known for it. Even if you are using it, you do not want to be known for it. You want to deny it, like Phoenix Flexin. He's just told to deny it, which is, I think it's the right thing to do because the speculation and the conversation carries this. It carries a lot of the continuous discussion about a song like this. What other songs are getting talked about 2 months after they dropped? Still talked about like it's fresh. And it's the biggest hit of his career. And like I said initially, the very important part of this is that even if it's AI generated, it's proof that the music isn't enough. Because the visual, the way that he marketed it, the contrast between the way Phoenix Flexin looks, the way Phoenix Flexin has rapped, the way Phoenix Flexin sounds, and the contrast and where he's from, and the contrast between that and the music that he made, and seeing that visually is what really made you think like, what the hell is this? I need to share this. I need to talk about this. I need to look more into this. This doesn't make sense. So it piqued your curiosity, and it is a catchy song. But if it was just the song and it sounds it's hard for me to say because I found out about this visually, like most of us did. But the song is catchy. However, if it was easy to make on AI, this is what happens with AI. Like you'll see it with thumbnails on YouTube. You'll see a format and you'll see like 20 different people using the same AI format, and then you just get tuned out to it. And you're like, yo, this is gross. I don't want to see this anymore. This is trash. I think it's the same thing with AI music, where like stuff can be basic. I don't know if he really used it, but Baby Chief Do It is another example where these allegations don't really matter. Because Baby Chief Do It would admit that he used ChatGPT, which is also hated.
I've been using that shit to write my lyrics. Real shit.
Word, ChatGPT?
Hell yeah, that shit work. Well, what I did was I wrote down 4 bars and I said, write me a song. And then it said, give me a start me off, some shit like that. And bro, I started him off, whatever. That shit wrote some shit. I never actually used AI before, like until then.
What made you want to do it? Like, what? You just curious?
I had posted on my notes one night. I was bored as hell. I was like, who want to write my next song? And then this girl had replied to him, like, I would have just used ChatGPT. So I downloaded that shit. Oh, bro. And that shit is cold.
Yeah.
That's scary though. Like that, all that AI.
So this was the initial clip. And since then, and he got a bunch of hate for this, saying like, yo, AI is writing his lyrics, which if you read the lyrics of a Baby Chief Do It and you ask ChatGPT to make you a song, it's not going to make you a song like that. Like if you suck, you suck. Like, oh, this person wrote a book with AI. Like if you the prompter is really doing a lot of the legwork, but he's just saying he's throwing ideas off. It's like a thesaurus, right? Like if someone's like, yo, I want to look up another word to say this. And then they look up the other word. Was that person cheating? But no, AI has this branding of data centers, and it's become politicized a little bit. So Baby Chief Do It, he got a lot of backlash. But what happened? He comes back with a hit, the Ghetto Love Story song. That song is 4 weeks on the charts right now, peaking at number 44. So we got 2. Well, this one's going to get top 40. I hope so for him. And he would talk about reflecting on the accusations that he got of just being dismissed as an artist because he said he uses ChatGPT to generate some ideas.
At first, it low-key pissed me off because I feel like people could say anything about me, but to call me less of an artist is crazy work. I wasn't really tripping after like a day or so, just because I knew it wouldn't affect my career, just out the strength of me knowing how I am as an artist. Like I've never released a song that wasn't written by me. I'm a great writer, and I take writing very, 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 very seriously, but people can't hate me for experimenting, you know?
whoever is around this guy, or if it's just him, they're doing a very good job, because to be able to be level-headed and to think like he's thinking and to just keep pushing forward, it's not easy. Like, a lot of people would spiral and keep trying to prove people wrong and say, well, actually, I'm not you. You can't prove to somebody that you didn't use AI. That's the problem. It's kind of like Salem witch trials type stuff. If they say you're an AI user and they throw up some random proof and a bunch of people believe it, it's on you. No matter what you do, you cannot prove it. What is going to be valuable, though, is how can somebody use this to their advantage? Because right now, we're in a period of time, like I said, the 3-year, I don't know if it's going to be a 3-year mark, but it's like TikTok. Like, for a period of time when I was telling everybody that TikTok was going to be the hottest thing ever, and everybody's like, man, that's corny. There was that period of time where if you had a hit song on TikTok, it was just, that's a TikTok song. Now, there is no TikTok song. It's a hit. If it's not a hit on TikTok, it's not a hit at all. So there are only hits, and there was like a 3-year, 4-year time period for that as well. Not an exact number, but right now, I think it's more than valuable for artists to leverage. Some artists can do this, especially if they've got snobby fans, to leverage filming and recording their process of making music. So if they get a banger, they can just show that. And then people are like, oh, okay, so anything that's non-AI right now is seen as more valuable because people don't really completely understand how AI works, especially with music. So they're just inclined to dismiss any level of effort from the artist, which you're not putting up. Even if you can make Phoenix Flex and Rubber's song and it's made with AI, and even if Ghetto Love Story was made with AI, you have access to the same software. Why can't you get a hit? I mean, even if somebody's untalented, they should be able to get a hit because it can just do the voice for you, right? So it's clear that what should be respected more, even if these guys did nothing for the song, which they're both talented artists, to be able to, for Phoenix Flexen to be able to have a career for this song, he's a talented artist. To be able to turn a song into a hit and get a bunch of people interested in listening to it consistently is more impressive than a bunch of people trying to expose them for doing it. And I don't think Tyga's album, because Tyga is investing a lot of money into creating like this world for the album as well. And Tyga's not really known for his albums. He's more so known for hit singles. Yeah, I remember the last, I think was it Kyoto, the album that he dropped a long time ago. That's the last Tyga album I remember listening to. It was a Japanese album. Was it? I don't want to say the album. Yeah, it was Kyoto. Yeah, that was in 2018. So for him to invest this much money into the visuals and all this other stuff, I'm less inclined to think that he just mashed it together in AI. So I do think people need to be a lot more responsible throwing out these accusations, because you are harming the person's image. Now, are you harming their career, their potential commercially? No, because the majority of listeners don't care. Like, people are still listening to David's music. And hopefully one day people will get this through their head, is that things like music, things like X-rated content, stuff like that, if people like that stuff, there's nothing that the person does or gets accused of. There's no really like more moral law that's going to prevent them from supporting it, because they feel like they're doing it for free. They're like, oh man, music's free. Like, I'm not going out and buying it. I'm not going to the guy's concert. I'm just turning it on and listening to it myself. And they're not going to get judged for it either, because nobody knows what you're listening to. So that's my rant on this. Eventually, AI is just going to be swallowed up into the process of making music. You will never be able to detect it. It's like, you're going to get more false positives than anything else. What's a detection of AI? Oh, seeing that somebody used a reference from the 80s. It's more so you could say like, hey, this is where this music was, the time frame in which it was made from. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And shout out to Baby Chief Do It and Phoenix Flexen. These guys are killing it. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.